I slept for 9 hours. I woke up naturally. I masturbated as usual, and then I've been groggy all day. I don't know what's going on.
I was gonna say, is masturbating your way of waking up naturally? Like you just
normally
your hand creeps down, and then you wake up. And you're like Dan Aykroyd in that dream sequence from Ghostbusters, which people forget is a dream sequence, and they think that he actually did get a blowjob from a ghost in the movie.
Yeah, and the one from My Girl too.
Veda, come here and sit down for a minute.
There was a second My Girl?
There's a new boy instead of Macaulay Culkin's
Ghost.
pumped up corpse.
It's the dude from Last Action Hero. He was the coolest kid on the block. You know what he probably wore on his butt? Mack Weldon's. There's the cool boy underwear and outerwear too, in fact, if you want it. The actor whose name I will definitely remember by the end of this episode absolutely wore Mack Weldon's, and we're gonna hear more from them and the offer they have for you at the end of the show.
Are we gonna drive all the way down to SeaWorld to ask him what he thinks about Mack Weldon's?
It's a different kid.
Oh.
Are you thinking of the kid from Free Willy?
That's Jonathan Brandis.
No, it's
Nope.
not. That's you're thinking of Sequest. You're getting they all have something in common, but they're also completely different.
That is a look of the 90s. They're like, boy with
foppish hair.
Yeah, foppish hair. Wow. We should watch Neverending Story 2 sometime, though.
Yeah.
Another stone. Ah!
You know what they're talking about?
Do you not know Neverending Story 2?
You don't know Neverending
No.
Story?
It is one of the worst and best plot devices of any movie ever made. Every time he makes a wish, he loses a memory. And so there's a scene where he's climbing the side of a mountain. He goes, I wish I had a stone to climb. One stone goes. He goes, I wish I had another stone. I wish I had another. And
really big wall.
Yeah, and then it's like third grade is gone.
And then he like gets up top and he's like, who's my mom?
Hey, your first question is it comes from SunRob7. It's nearly the year 2020, which means it's nearly the 20s again. So my question is, what 1920s tradition or customs does the crew want to bring back?
Mine's a real thing. This happened, turn of the century. People in their 20s, if you came from a wealthy family, sometimes your parents would just gift you with having all of your teeth removed and a set of dentures because that was more financially and health efficient than dealing with bad teeth your whole life. Okay. So they would be like, oh, beautiful young woman, there's a guy coming through with a truck. He's going to take out all your teeth, slap these wooden jobs in your mouth.
And you could get bigger teeth like in The Mask.
Chiclets.
The 20s were like the coolest time ever because everyone just fucking partied hard, except for the people that lived in the Valley of Ash in Great Gatsby. They got run over by cars.
Yes.
But
Everyone
if you
else.
weren't, you were partying hard, and it was awesome. And you could do prohibition, alcohol smuggling, and no one cared, and everyone danced.
You went to the war for kicks.
Yeah. Anyone else have 20s?
I know what I'd want to bring back, which is I could get a horrible face injury, and then I could have half a mask made of my face, put on a pair of glasses.
Yeah.
So then I could look even cooler than I do now.
Didn't you already horribly burn yourself in the demo disc cannon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing a mask right now.
Oh, really? They've gotten a lot better from the 1920s.
I would just love to bring back witch accusations. Like, I miss those days when you could just go witch, and then they go, can't prove they're not a witch, and so then you burn them, and you get their land.
Well, isn't it you tie them to a concrete brick and throw them in a lake, and if they float back up, then they're a witch, and you gotta kill them.
Yeah.
But if they drown, then they weren't a witch, and you're like...
Yeah, so I think it's a misconception that a lot of American witches were burnt. The many of them were just crushed with heavy stones, hanged.
Thrown off ledges. If they could fly back up, then they said, okay, come down. Like, we're now gonna imprison you.
When do you think the 20s were?
They gave him a bag of Lay's and said, bet you can't eat just one. And if she did, she's a fat pig and a witch.
Murder!
From Bomana 3, if you are all reverted to being 8 years old kids, how different would you treat each other?
I'd probably have a crush on Elise. And I'd never tell her. Maybe I'd push her in the mud to let her know.
Did that happen? Did that actually happen?
Pushed her in the mud?
Pushed your wife in the mud?
Yes. Mud buds.
I'd probably do what I did when I was 8 years old, and I would probably bring back yo-yos because that's what I did back when I was 8. I got a yo-yo for Christmas, and I said, I'm gonna bring this to school, and everyone's gonna think it's really cool, and everyone's gonna buy yo-yos, and we're all gonna yo-yo together.
We should go in for the office.
You want a yo?
You missed the whole fad, unlike me when I was 8, and I was all into pogs. I'd be pog kid. I'd be the kid who somehow convinced his parents to take him to Knott's Berry Farm, specifically just to get a slammer. that had a question mark on it.
Nice.
It glows in the dark. Look it up. It was given to you by a Native American man.
This is a relic of my people.
I'm not kidding.
to slam
I'm almost positive that was a marketing technique. They're like, go to the hidden lodge where the Native American man will give you a pog.
Wow. Well, not just a pog.
Sorry, it was a slammer.
A slammer.
Yeah, but it was a plastic one,
Much
so it was
more
garbage.
valuable.
Unlike the no fear ones made of metal.
We could go back and do it all again.
Anyway, I'd be Pog Kid.
Next question from Mr. Never Peter. I'm going on a first date to the movies next week. What is your advice to make the date fun and memorable?
I think the best thing you can do is probably explain what's happening, because like some people watch movies but they don't actually understand them, and if you can be there as like a voice of reason and explain to them what's going on, they'd like really appreciate it. And also point at the screen too, because there's going to be people around you that can't hear you. Point at the screen so they can at least see you pointing, so they know you're talking.
I think that surprises are great. So like, say you're gonna take them to a really romantic movie, but then take them to see like Saw 8 or
Classic.
something.
Yeah.
And then pull a gun on them.
Yeah.
It's like the thrill. They'll always remember that like date with you.
The next question comes from Turtle Space Monkey. What's the most flattering compliment you've ever received from a stranger?
I played football freshman year of high school. We were doing a scrimmage match, and then they were going to do a run play to me. And then right before it started, the guy on the other side said, "You have really beautiful eyes." And then they called hike, and then he plowed me into the ground. He just eviscerated me. Smart. Knocked off my helmet and scarred my chin.
You never forgot.
I never have second guess about my eyes.
I feel very grateful that there are viewers who will tell me that they think I'm really funny. Like, that means the world to me. Though I did get a compliment that I took a screenshot of that says, "Damn, Elise's cheekbones are so sharp, I could cut my hand slapping that face."
Wow, that's really nice.
I mean, thank you. It's
Yeah.
bone structure.
Years ago, I traveled to Japan. I think they hype Americans up a little bit, but there was a group of them that were like really excited. They got a photo with me, and I overheard them whispering afterwards. They thought I was Bill Pullman.
Wow.
They were from the official Bill Pullman fan club.
That's pretty cool.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Compliments.
Think of all the compliments you've gotten,
All
John.
the compliments I
Just
got.
pick one of them.
They like my bod and my breath, the way my breath smells.
Yeah, these are all good compliments. Anything that stands out specifically?
Usually, like, if I wear a tight pair of pants,
Oh,
they'll be like, "That's a great lump you got there."
Okay.
What is it?
yeah. What is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It feels good to be told something nice. Everyone should tell a stranger a compliment today.
Yeah, yell it out your car window.
Final question from Ari Mayer 96. In a few days, I'll be traveling internationally for the first time. What are some tips, tricks you guys use when traveling internationally?
Lesson I learned, always fly first class. I don't know why so many people sit in the back.
I know.
Doesn't make any sense. There's huge seats up front, and they give you whatever you want. They treat you like a king. What's wrong with the world, right?
Yeah. He's on to something.
Something that I've actually done, and it was one of the best flights of my life, was just take a bunch of Tylenol PM, and then basically you'll sleep, and then you'll wake up, and there will be food in front of you, and you eat it, and then you fall back to sleep, and you wake up, and 14 hours later, you're in Nairobi.
I do have one serious tip. Always make sure you are wearing a great pair of underwear, because you're going to want that comfort for that long flight. And the greatest pair of underwear is Mack Weldon. This episode of Open House is brought to you by Mack Weldon, a modern men's essential brand that believes in premium fabrics, smart design, and simple shopping. Did you know that your underwear, socks, shirts, and sweats can not only be comfortable, but also elevated by technical innovation? It sounds crazy, but that's just a fraction of what Mack Weldon brings to the table. Their products are designed for daily wear, which means they won't just look great, they'll perform well too. Whether it's at work, lounging away on the weekends, hitting the gym, or going for a hike. Plus, Mack Weldon offers a try-on guarantee. If you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep it and still receive a full refund. Make sure to check out Mack Weldon's silver line of antimicrobial underwear, shirts, and socks, which means they won't stink, keeping you fresher longer. So go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off your entire first order using promo code OpenHouse20. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code OpenHouse20.
Real flight tip though, everyone says wear a sleep mask, but I don't like it because then I don't know who's touching me.
He wears the goggles you wear in a tanning bed, little tiny ones.
For his front pussy and his back pussy.
I did think about wearing a VR headset on Coffee Please. His third job on top of the 2 jobs that he has.
What else does he do?
FedEx and Home Depot.
Oh
Wow,
my God.
that's a lot of lifting.
And does he sometimes forget to change clothes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's wearing his FedEx uniform to his Batman job. Oh.
His back is always killing him.
Yeah.
It's
Was that because of Bane or no?
No. It's from the Home
He actually
Depot
one
shop.
time Bane snapped him and he went, "Oh, it feels good."